Liberation organization targeted toy stores.
Hi, I'm Teen Talk Barbie, the spokesdoll for the BLO. We're an international group of children's toys that are revolting against the companies that made us.
She's the absolute end for millions of little girls, the Barbie doll. From her ever-changing wardrobe to her constantly hip hairdos, Barbie has always been ahead of her time. But as George Chickarone reports, some people think Barbie needs to be liberated.
She's playing in the car.
No doubt this is the scene in many living rooms just after Christmas. But Teen Talk Barbie may be breathing in too many fumes because she's starting to sound a lot like G.I. Joe.
Gung-ho! Look out for Destro at the perimeter! Cobra attack!
And aside from this bleach blonde she-man, there are a couple of poor Joes turning up out there who got short-ended on their share of testosterone.
Want to go shopping? Do you want to sleep over tonight?
I wonder two things. I wonder if by accident at the Mattel factory that the wrong doll parts got into the Barbie, and if number two, someone did it just out of getting even with somebody. I think it's also kind of sick.
So what's a little voice swapping between dolls, you might ask? Well, apparently this he said, she said mystery may not be so innocent.
Hi, I'm Teen Talk Barbie, the spokesdoll for the BLO. That stands for the Barbie Liberation Organization. We're an international group of children's toys that are revolting against the companies that made us.
This little-known faction of underground toy terrorists is waging a video war, claiming responsibility for the sex change operations. Their mission? To wipe out gender stereotypes.
Though we can't have a totally new voice, we can switch with G.I. Joe and other toys for boys. Now we say things like this.
Dead men tell no tales.
Troops, attack!
I donated my voice to a G.I. Joe because they want to be free, too. They don't want to say all that violent war stuff. Now he says what I used to say.
I love school, don't you? Let's sing with the band tonight.
The BLO says it performed corrective surgery on 300 dolls and then put them back on the shelves in at least 2 states. Zach Zellen received his G.I. Joe Christmas morning.
What's cool about G.I. Joe?
He fights.
Say it ain't so, Joe. This G.I. is a lover, not a fighter, and that's okay with Zach.
But I also like him because this kind is not as violent.
My first reaction was to laugh. You know, I did see the humor of it. But I very quickly I drew back from it.
Joanne Oppenheim has been chronicling toy trends for almost 10 years.
It is sort of a terrorist act directed against children, and that did not seem appropriate. It seemed like a cheap shot.
I like it because it isn't so violent. It makes it more funny.
It sounds like the babes in Toyland are growing up a little too fast. But if you ask the experts, it was inevitable.
We always knew that if Barbie began to speak, she'd put her foot in her mouth, and she sure did.
Mattel, the company that makes Barbie, had no comment.